Many women don't feel confident in their bodies. They have insecurities to different body parts. And what I acknowledge every time, again and again in my trainings with women, is that one of the body parts they feel most insecure about is their yoni, which is another word for vagina. A lot of women have never properly looked at their yoni, or they see their own, they judge it, they feel that their lips are too big or their lips are too small, they don't like the shape, they don't like the form, they don't like the way that the hair is growing, that there's too much hair or too little hair. And if we look at the media, all that is shown is either one or two types of yonis that always look the same. And that may give a lot of women the idea that this is what a perfect yoni should look like. Yet, if you've ever looked like beautifully at yonis of other women, you see that there's so many different shapes and sizes and colors and structures to a yoni. And rather than looking down and judging what is there, we can start changing the attitude that we have towards ourselves. In this video, you are going to receive a beautiful guided exercise on how to actually do that. The exercise that you will be guided through is called Yoni Transfiguration. Before you will be guided into this exercise, I'm inviting you to step into nature. And if you look around in nature, we see so many different flowers. And if you look a little bit closer at many of the flowers that Mother Nature created, is that a lot of them actually look similar like a yoni. It really looks like there's a clitoris and there's like different petals. And if you look at them, you don't judge that one of them has smaller petals or the other one has bigger petals or the other one is smaller in shape or bigger in shape or more deep or less deep or slightly different colors. You look at these flowers and each and every one, it's like, wow, this is such a beautiful flower. And you see how each flower is unique in their own colors, in their own shape, in their own forms, with their own petals. And just like we can adore and look at flowers this way, you are invited to look at your yoni in this way as well. Nature has created so many different yonis that all have different forms and shapes of lips. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Some women, the outer lips are bigger, the inner lips are smaller. For other women, it's the other way around. For some women, the clitoris is really obvious. For other ones, it's more hidden. And there's no one standard image of beauty. Really, one of the most important parts of opening to deeper sexuality is being able to feel confident about the way that your yoni looks, the way that it feels, the way that it smells. A lot of women also feel really insecure about the way that the yoni smells. As a woman, you go through different cycles and everything, both on the inside and the outside of the yoni, is changing. The shape, the form, the amount of blood that is moving through, the smell is changing. So one of the first steps is to really start connecting with our own yoni. If you want to have a lot of pleasure from this part of your body, the first thing is start appreciating your yoni for who she really is and for what she can actually give you. Before you're going into this guided practice, I invite you to close your eyes for one moment and just take a moment to feel what are the judgments that you're putting up on yourself. What are the judgments that you're placing upon your yoni? When you undress yourself and you look in the mirror, what do you say? What do you see? What do you pay attention to? If you are in bed with your partner and they're taking off your underwear, what are your thoughts? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel proud? Like, they're going to see my yoni now. It's such a beautiful moment. Or do you feel like, oh, can the lights be turned off, please? Because I feel a little bit too exposed. So I really invite you to feel into, okay, what are the judgments that you put upon yourself and how much of them are negative and how much of them are positive? And this exercise will help you to start shifting to more and more positive thoughts about yourself and about your yoni. All you need for this exercise is a hand mirror, something that is around this size. You want to make sure that you have a place where you can sit comfortable. So that might be a chair, or that might be on the bed, or you might be on your yoga mat and leaning towards the wall with some extra pillows. You also want to make sure that you really have the space for yourself. So turning off your phone, maybe locking your door, so making sure that nobody comes in. And if there's anything else that helps you to relax more, whether that's putting on some incense or some essential oils to really help you to turn more inwards, then you're very welcome to use that as well. The exercise is going to be fully guided, and you're invited to go and sit in a way that you can hold the mirror in front of your yoni, so you can look at her. And you are invited to really start looking at your yoni through the eyes of beauty. So looking at your yoni and appreciate what you see. Look at it and find, what do you find beautiful about her? Look at her in a way that you realize, like, wow, this is literally a gateway from one world into the next. Like a baby moves through this part. Most of us have been born through this part, so it's literally like a passage from one world, the world of the mother in the womb, where everything is dark and connected and nurtured, into like this whole crazy world of endless possibilities. So honoring that you actually have that inside of your body, honoring that this is a place in your body that can give you so much pleasure, but it won't give you that pleasure as long as we keep having negative thoughts about it. One of the beautiful ways that you can start to connect with your yoni is to feel like there is a goddess living inside of your yoni. In Tantra, there's a lot of connections, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of sadhana, spiritual practice, where you work with goddesses. There is a whole range of different gods and different goddesses in Tantra that you can work with. And what I invite you is to feel that one of these goddesses is actually living inside of your yoni. And for this goddess to give you a lot of pleasure, to make you feel good in your body, to give you a lot of orgasms, to make you feel that your yoni is like this beautiful sacred gateway, this intimate place, you need to be really kind to this goddess. You need to adore her. You need to worship her. You need to say beautiful things to her, so she's going to give you all of that beautiful pleasure, all of that beautiful sensations and that beautiful connection together with her. It's like this goddess is like your bigger sister, and you come to her and you're like, I'm sorry, like I've forgotten about you for so long, but I'm here and I love to connect with you. So this is something that you can use as a tool. If that doesn't resonate with you, then forget about that and just focus on the physical aspects of your yoni in the first place, seeing, wow, this is just so divinely created. It's like such a complex, amazing part of my body that is here, and it looks so unique. It literally looks like flowers that are out there in nature. And then you can also connect with more the energetic parts, like, wow, how does it actually feel here? Maybe there's emotions that come up when you do this. It's like, wow, never really took the time for myself to just look at it. Maybe you always expected this to be a place for your partner, but not really for yourself. I invite you to get ready, get all of the things that you need, the mirror, the pillows, a comfortable place, and pause this video for one moment. And when you're ready, you can start again. So you will be guided into this beautiful experience. Now that you find yourself in a comfortable position, I invite you to start for a moment with closing your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and allow your breath to already be guided down towards your yoni. Often you hold a lot of tension in your yoni without actually knowing it. So make sure to deepen your breath for a moment and really exhale all the way down into your yoni, closing the eyes so you can really feel what is there. Maybe you already feel some emotions coming up, maybe there is some sadness. Maybe there has been a lot of pain in your yoni. Maybe you feel a little bit nervous about this exercise, or maybe you feel really excited. Maybe you've done this already before and you just love to be guided through this again. Then I invite you to bring your hands towards your heart for a moment. You can either just place your palms on your chest or place the hands in prayer pose. And just take a moment to make this commitment to come from this place of the heart that doesn't know judgments, that just wants to love all of yourself, accept all of yourself, that trusts yourself, your own beauty, your own sensuality, your own intimacy. Intimacy starts with yourself. It doesn't start with a partner. It starts with yourself. And taking a few more deep breaths down here into the space of the heart, releasing any tension of the face, of the chest, of the belly. Then gently starting to open your eyes, and then I invite you to take the mirror and first bring it up so you can look yourself in the eyes. Just take a moment to look at yourself already without any judgments, but just look yourself in your own eyes. If there would be a goddess living in your eyes as well, like, could you look at her? Could you look at her and see her beauty? See that she's inside of you, that you and her and one are the same. Just taking a moment to create that intimacy with yourself, to look at yourself the way that you wish somebody else would look at you. These eyes of love, appreciation, acceptance. And with that intimacy that you create with yourself, you can gently open your legs if you didn't do so yet, and then gently bring this mirror down and place it in a way so that you can see your yoni. So place it in a way that you look right down at your mirror and you look at your yoni, and then take a moment to breathe. Notice if your mind comes up with any judgments. If that is, just let them go, let them pass. Like in meditation, thoughts are coming in, they pass. You let them go like clouds in the sky, they are passing. And just take a moment to observe your yoni. What do you see? Can you see her as this beautiful flower? Looking at the petals, which are the lips. Looking where the nectar is at, which is at your clitoris. Looking at this beautiful opening, the entrance of the yoni. And just allow your gaze to go over your yoni, connect with her. Just see her in a way that you might have never looked at her before. Eyes of appreciation, of beauty, of love and kindness. If that's really hard for you, then I invite you to make a commitment. For one time, I'm going to only think nice things about my yoni. I'm only going to feel beautiful sensations towards her. And if you want, you can even bring one of your hands down on your yoni and gently change The way your lips are positioned, maybe opening them a bit more, or maybe closing them, maybe stretching your lips, just so you can see it even better. Coming with this attitude of curiosity, like what is really there? Like, how does it look? How does it feel? And keep breathing. While you're looking, feeling, maybe moving your hands from side to side, maybe lifting the clitoris up a bit so you can look better. To really feel like, wow, so much pleasure hidden in this part, so much intimacy, so much beauty. So much connection to yourself that maybe you never connected with. You can even say things that you never said before, like, you're beautiful. I'm sorry for never connecting with you in this way. Thank you for being here. Imagine if you wouldn't have a yoni, how would that feel if something would be wrong down there? Like, thank you for being here. You're so beautiful. You can say that out loud, or you can really feel that, like telepathically sending that energy to your yoni. And then I invite you for a few moments, just stay in stillness, to just keep looking at her. Breathing into your yoni and giving yourself these positive affirmations. Invite you to slowly, with one hand, hold your yoni, like cupping your yoni. You can place a mirror down and just take a moment with the eyes closed to feel, how does that feel? To look at your yoni in this way, how does it feel to connect with your yoni in this way? To hold your yoni in this way? And also taking a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for connecting. Gratitude for your yoni, for just still being here. Even though maybe she's been treated without any respect that she really deserves. Maybe she had pain. Maybe she's been feeling closed off. Maybe it's been sore there during lovemaking. Maybe people have been rough with your yoni. Maybe you ignored your yoni yourself. Maybe there's like this feeling of like being left alone. So taking a moment, cupping your hand, closing your eyes, breathing, feeling that gratitude. And so if any emotions are there, just let them be. It's all okay. It's all welcome. And whenever you feel ready, you can gently bring your hands back to your heart, to the space of the heart, keeping the eyes closed. Let's take a moment of gratitude and connection with the heart, and knowing that the yoni and the heart are always connected together. And with that, you're finishing your practice of yoni transfiguration.